Did you know your smell could attract a jaguar to your campsite if you don't have the right gear? Here's how I'm packing to stay invisible.
Apologies for the sound on this video. I forgot to mic up.
If you've been following along, I'm going to the jungle in Belize. The importance of packing correctly for such an environment is crucial. There are lots of challenges in jungle environments, such as heat, humidity, and unpredictable weather, all of which requires careful packing and planning. And honestly, most of my gear is similar to a standard backpacker. But what's different about this trip, it's about scent, covering up your smell. Lots of North American hunters associate scentlessness with deer hunting. Deer have excellent noses, and the smallest scent upwind will give a hunter away. But in the jungle, things are different. I could be prey. So let's talk about why scent control matters in the jungle. First, insects. Everybody associates the jungle with mosquitoes and other biting insects. They're drawn not just to our body heat, but also to our breath. The carbon dioxide we emit draws in mosquitoes. I've also heard that they're drawn to lactic acid buildup in your muscles. If you're out there working and building up a heavy sweat and breaking down muscle tissue due to strenuous activity, those mosquitoes are going to find you. But they can also be drawn to fragrance chemicals. Predatory animals are often cued by scent. They come looking for what's causing that scent. They're investigative. Wouldn't you be if you smelled a new life form in your home or kingdom? The bottom line is that scent control is about survival. Or survival is about scent control. Unscented biodegradable hygiene products, storing food in waterproof containers and separating it from your sleeping and clothing gear, and maintaining cleanliness, this all helps you stay comfortable and minimize insect bites and avoid attracting wildlife and respect the fragile ecosystem that you're entering and respect the dominant species like jaguars. Jaguars rely heavily on scent. Their olfactory sense is exceptional. They use it to detect food, mark territory, and even locate mates. In fact, male jaguars can smell the scent of marks of females over several kilometers away. While they aren't hunting humans, strong or unfamiliar smells like scented soaps, food, or body odor can attract their attention in dense jungle environments. Jaguars are stealthy and reclusive, but they're also curious and territorial and opportunistic. You're unlikely to be hunted by a jaguar, but startling one or attracting one to your camp is possible. We want to avoid things that can lure them in. Strong, unfamiliar smells like food, colognes, body odor, scented bug spray, those can all bring them closer. And I understand that they have a more acute sense of smell than many other wild cats. They can actually pick up scent from over a week after it's introduced to a location. Like rodents and mice and rats and other small critters. They're highly scent driven when seeking food. They can chew through gear and tents if they even smell even the slightest morsel of anything edible. So keeping food sealed and double bagged in Ziploc bags will prevent that from happening. Even if you're not worried about snakes, rodents are a major nuisance. They'll chew through packs and hammocks for even a hint of food, especially granola bars, fruit, or trail mix. Plus, their presence brings predators that hunt them, like snakes. Let's talk about snakes for a moment, and reptiles. Snakes don't just rely on vision, they also have a sophisticated sense of smell. Snakes are drawn to the sense of prey, so meat, even human sweat. So it's important to avoid smells and stay clean to reduce unwanted attention. They primarily detect prey through heat and vibration, but some, like vipers and certain boas, have a stronger sense of smell, and they may follow scent trails simply out of curiosity or opportunity. Smelling like blood from an open wound, or food from rodent scents, whether they crawl across your gear or your clothes, dirty laundry, food wrappers, or even snacks that are stored in pockets can be a signal to these creatures. Not just to them, but to other creatures too. They're drawn to sweat and residue from flavored toothpaste and soap with natural scents like coconut, citrus, or eucalyptus. Ants in particular are opportunistic and are drawn to anything sugary with any residue, whether it's... Ants in particular are opportunistic and will swarm anything with sugary scent, even your laundry or skin. DEET and picaridin, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, actually repel your scent footprint. DEET and picaridin can repel some, but reducing your overall scent footprint will decrease the baseline of attraction. All right, so let's now detail the specific items that I'm packing for the jungle. Like I said before, there's a lot of stuff going in there that's standard for most backpacking gear, but there's a few things that are crucial to the jungle. What you won't find here is any scented soap or deodorant or shampoo or lotion or even toothpaste. All of that stuff I'm buying. If I choose to use it, I'm buying it scentless. So I haven't purchased those yet, but they're in the works. I also am not storing any food wrappers or snacks in pockets or clothes. I'm not going to be using any essential oils or bug sprays that are scented with botanicals. I'm also not washing clothes in scented detergent, right? So I'm going to use a scent-free laundry detergent before the trip, like Hunter's Specialties or 7th generation free and clear biodegradable soap like Dr. Bronner's. Unscented Baby Mild or Camp Suds. Unscented is all good stuff. Keratin is supposed to be help with no-see-ums, and it's supposed to be really strong insect repellent. Also here you'll see these are Ziploc bags. I've got about half a dozen of them. I'll double bag any food that we make, and that will be stored in this basically an airtight bag. It's called a dry bag. Take whatever you want to put inside to keep dry, you throw it in, you roll it up, and you clasp it shut with these little clasps here. They connect on the end, and it makes this little rolled pocket there. So that'll keep everything dry. I've got my notebook, of course. Small pot to make food on the fire. Got a couple of knives over here. This one, my handy dandy tracker knife. Yep, I love that piece. If I had to choose only one survival item, it would probably be that. I've also got a more utilitarian knife here. This one's custom made, so don't ask me where you can buy it. You can't unless you just love it, in which case, let me know in the comments and maybe the creator would like to put them out for sale. But that was a gift for me, and one that's really awesome. I've only done light work with it so far. You'll see I've got a steel container here for water. That's just, I haven't even taken the tag off yet because I haven't really used it. That's a clean canteen, boil water in that. What's also unique about the jungle here is my sleep system. So instead of bringing a tent, I've got a hammock that I haven't set up yet. See, it's still got the tag on it. So I'm excited to try that out. And I've also got dragonfly insect net. So that's supposed to go around the hammock, keep the insects out. I'm also not bringing a sleeping bag, and I may regret that decision. Right now I've got a camp blanket, just because I can't imagine sleeping inside of a sleeping bag for 10 days in the jungle. It just seems way hot. So until I figure out another system, that's what I got going on. Let's see, what else? Just bought this. This is, looking forward to using this. This is basically a camp trowel, basically a toilet kit. Inside is, I'll just show you because it's pretty neat. So here's the little packed toilet kit. I haven't tried this yet either. I'm really kind of excited to. Inside, you got this trowel. And then also, these little tablet things are supposedly a towel that has been compressed and dehydrated. Supposed to be a 9-inch towel or something like that. Inside also are these little tablets. So you go dig your cat hole, and you drop one of these little tablets in there, and it's supposed to be fungus. So it decomposes your poop. So that's neat. Gotta try that out. See how it works. Put this back together. If I can remember how to put it back together. So that's cool. These are all my clothes here. You might be thinking to yourself, Ryan, that's not a lot of clothes. And you would be right. I've got 4 bottoms and 4 tops, lots of hat and a little mosquito head net. I've also got a rain jacket and a pair of work gloves. I may get more clothes, but I may not. I may actually reduce the number of bottoms that I'm bringing. I've yet undecided. I definitely need more socks. I've only got 3 pairs of socks here. I thought I had more socks to pack, but they're either missing in action or I need to buy more socks. So I'll probably bring at least 5 pair, but I plan on only staying out in the jungle itself for a few days, and then we'll return to civilization, so then I can wash my clothes up. That's that. Aside from that, we've got hygiene kit, fire starters. It's just a standard fire thing. I haven't used this one yet. That's also a gift from the same person, actually. And just a lighter for when things are just too difficult. Got my electronic stuff here. Got a power pack, keep my phone charged, I guess. Headlamp, basic standard stuff. Compass, 2 pairs of shoes, and a backpack. Boom. May also even bring a day bag. This is not technically everything. There's a couple of things left on my list yet to acquire. But as far as the going scentless goes, it starts with this and this, your dry bag and your Ziploc bag, plus unscented detergent, soap, and toothpaste. You may have watched this video and said to yourself, Ryan, there's no food in your bag. That's right. That's because we're going to be hunting and trapping and killing and skinning and fishing all of our food while we're in the jungle. And that's the most exciting part, because I've never done any of that before. So it's going to be a huge learning experience. And that's perhaps what I'm the most excited about. So if you take nothing else from this video, just remember the point of going scentless is to stay away from predators. If you take this advice, you'll see fewer insects, you'll get better sleep, you'll have less exposure to disease, fewer rodents, less gear damage, and less attention from big predators. And that results in more peace of mind. Even if jaguars don't stalk you, the cascading effect of smell attracting animals that attract predators is reason enough to be intentional. If you see anything that is a glaring omission for me in my adventure to come, let me know. And check out my other videos on nature and adventure. We'll see you in the next one.